Well, there's no sugarcoating tonight's performance. A 75-point loss at the hands of the old enemy in Collingwood, and it comes on the night that our coach Mick Malthouse breaks the record, 715 games as an AFL, VFL coach. Ang Christou is with me, and Ang, as I say, there's no sugarcoating tonight's performance. Second to the ball, poor disposal, lack of pressure. Collingwood won all over the ground.
Well, it was all up to here. So, these guys were taught a lesson today, the Carlton Football Club, and as an outsider looking in, as an ex-player, it was an inept performance. But look, there's always next week.
There is always next week, but we've got to talk about this week to start with, because we come out, kick the first goal. The next 11 of 12 goals go the way of Collingwood. They annihilated us in inside 50s. What do you put that down to?
Well, they pressurised us. I mean, we did get a lot of clearances like that I saw, and they did pressurise us immensely. More so in their forward line. They actually kept it way more than we did, and they just wanted it more. They were hungrier. They had a lot more poise, and they were just a lot cleverer.
Talk about the disposal, because that's one of the most frustrating things, because these 22 blokes who represented Carlton tonight and wore the jumper, they're at the top of their game. They're playing senior AFL footy, and tonight it just seemed to be lacking with some of them.
Again, it lacked immensely. I was just appalled by some of the decision making. I mean, they did get the ball. I mean, we're okay getting the ball. We're okay at running, we're jumping and marking. But then once we do get it, what do we do with it? Now, who's to blame? I'm not too sure, but it's got to get looked at.
Is this a time when the players have to come together and sit down and tell a few home truths? We've heard of other teams doing it. Do you think that this is something that might be able to help the group?
Absolutely. I'm sure they'll go back to the drawing board tomorrow, if not Monday, and just read up on their pros and cons, and look at their positives and negatives. Look, there weren't many positives today, but if they could take a leaf out of Collingwood's book, well then they're moving forward.
It's a long build back. Brisbane next week. Who did you take out of tonight as some of the shining lights for Carlton on what was a very disappointing night?
Gee whiz, I could only just grab probably 3 or 4 players. I'd say Tui, the captain, Murphy, he tried hard. Who else was there? There was Buckley and Doherty. Yeah.
The message to come out tonight, time to soul search?
Oh, massive soul search, especially it's going to be a long 7 or 8 days before we do play against Brisbane, but it's not all dead and buried.
Not all dead and buried, says a Carlton champion. Brisbane next week. Gee, it has to be a better performance than tonight.